Hello there. What can the judges of Shark Tank teach small business owners? As it turns out, quite a lot. In this two-part video, I will share some of their best pointers, explore the wisdom behind their advice, and offer the tips on how we can apply their advice to your small business. I will be right back. Welcome back. My name is Raymond Huan, and if you own a business, you're interested in business, or you wish to learn more about the tips and tricks on how to operate a business better, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button that you see before you right now. Shark Tank is a reality TV show that originated from the United States. Budding entrepreneurs get the chance to pitch their business ideas to 5 investors in the panel, the so-called sharks in the tank. Now, I would not normally take lessons from such reality TV shows, but I do know that many of us, if not all of us, watch some form of television. So I decided to look at what we can learn from them to apply them to a small business. While there is a Shark Tank counterpart here in Australia, I will focus on the sharks or judges from the original US series. And in part 1 of this 2-part video series, I will discuss the advice and the lessons learned on the male sharks of the show. Robert Herjavec is the founder and CEO of the Herjavec Group, a technology company that integrates and distributes and manages security solutions. The company has done over $500 million in sales, and he founded his first company in 1990. Herjavec plans a year in advance, and he says, and I quote, "I live and die by my calendar." While he understands that not everything will go as planned, he acknowledges the existence of Murphy's Law. Planning a year in advance gives him the ability to see far ahead, and this allows him to set his priorities and make time for the things that matter, such as being able to show up during important team events and activities. Just as he had planned, Herjavec has always shown up for every important family activity or event. He says, "I never missed a swim meet. I never missed a school play. I never missed anything." The key to Herjavec's advice is to acknowledge that the time is scarce and an important resource. By planning, we make sure that we make the most out of our time, which is what will make us better business owners and better individuals. In my video, Managing Your Business's Most Important Asset, which is your time, I discuss how one can manage time using a 5-step process. That is, knowing what you want, identifying what you need, identifying your strengths and weaknesses, managing your time, and finally keeping yourself focused by holding yourself accountable to your goals. Mark Cuban is the owner of the National Basketball Association's, or the NBA's, Dallas Mavericks, co-owner of the 2929 Entertainment and chairman of the AXS TV. He is also an investor in various tech companies. He founded his first company in 1982, and his net worth is currently $4.1 billion. Not too bad if you're thinking of learning a thing or two from him. Mark chooses to focus on what he was good at, which was selling, and to put it to the industry he was very much interested in, that is, the technology industry. He also loves to read and learn, and he makes sure that he is up to date with the trends in his industry. He controversially warned against following your passion. He loves basketball, and he said, "I used to be passionate about being a professional basketball player, and then I realized I had a 7-inch vertical." What is a vertical? I found out that a vertical, or a vertical leap, is a measure of how high an individual athlete can jump from a standstill. Incidentally, Michael Jordan's vertical leap is 48 inches. What that means was that while Mark Cuban loved basketball, he didn't have the right skill to excel in it. He could have trained to jump higher, But without the natural talent, he probably would never have been able to play at Jordan's level. When he first entered the tech industry, he was very green and he knew very little. But he knew how to sell and he was innately curious. He would always be the guy reading about businesses all the time. Well, he worked hard, very hard. He took pains about learning the technology and keeping abreast of emerging trends in the industry. He was an excellent salesperson, which he used to grow his first company before eventually selling it off for a huge profit. His skill set, his drive, and his hard work eventually paid off. And the key to Cuban's advice is in finding balance. He understands what he wants to do and he acknowledges what he can do. It is not bad to be ambitious, but we must temper it with pragmatism. Success entails acknowledging both our strengths and our weaknesses, and we nurture and we work within our strengths. Cuban could not play basketball professionally as he realized he did not have the talent for it, but he used his talents to purchase one, the Dallas Mavericks. In one of my business videos titled, "Your Business Cannot Grow Bigger Than What You Can Manage," I discuss what business owners can do to focus, and this means focusing on what they're good at while delegating the rest. One can delegate tasks to staff, or outsource to freelancers, or even work with consultants or business coaches. And in another video titled "How Lifelong Learning Makes Your Business Better," I share examples of successful entrepreneurs who are committed to lifelong learning and how they adhere to this commitment, just as Cuban commits to his learning. Do take a look at the videos that I've mentioned, and I think you can see how developing yourself will make you a better business person. Kevin O'Leary is a businessman and an investor with holdings in technology and investment companies. He founded his first company in the early 1980s and his net worth is currently hovering at around $400 million. What O'Leary offers is a unique perspective on what it means to be an entrepreneur. The pursuit towards success is to be personally free to provide for your family and to be able to do the things you want to do with your life. That's a great gift from entrepreneurship. As a young man, O'Leary wanted to become a photographer. Who doesn't want to be a photographer? The field was very competitive, and so his father recommended that he study business instead. So he went to business school, pursued his MBA, and became a successful entrepreneur. His success in business gave him the freedom to pursue photography, and now he gets to do what he wants to do as a hobby. O'Leary prides in his ability to be productive. He keeps his daily to-do lists and shields procrastination by constantly asking himself, "Am I making money by doing this?" and diligently keeps track of his progress. Am I making money in doing this video? That's a good question, O'Leary. That's a good question. Anyway, back to the topic. O'Leary's wisdom focuses on the gift of entrepreneurship, and in doing so, it provides an ideal and a purpose for an entrepreneur's pursuits. It also reminds us that we need to take care of ourselves, because when we do, we become better entrepreneurs. And by the same logic, we become more available to pursuing our life's goals and passions. In one of my videos titled "Overcoming Entrepreneurial Exhaustion," I encourage business owners to learn how to recover, to take good care of their health, and to learn to prioritize their tasks. If we marry Cuban and O'Leary's advice, we will find a happy medium between passion and effort. If we see entrepreneurship as an enabler of our dreams and passions, then we will be able to find a richer purpose for why we work hard for our business. O'Leary advises us to see our business pursuit as a means to be free to pursue our passions. We can't be all Michael Jordans or Ansel Adams, but Cuban and O'Leary have found ways to pursue their passions. Cuban currently owns the NBA Dallas Mavericks, while O'Leary has a massive collection of cameras and photography equipment, which he can easily afford. Herjavec's advice also affirms O'Leary's beliefs about entrepreneurship. While time is a limited resource as entrepreneurs, we have the freedom to choose how to use that time. And when we plan our time, we get to enjoy what matters most in our lives. If you're interested to know more about what a business has to go through when facing exponential growth, you can download the first chapter of the book, From 20K to 2 million in 2 years, absolutely free by visiting my website. The chapter talks about the differences between a good and a great business and puts up questions that make you consider how you can turn your business from good to great. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon.